You gonna meet them at the show.
Look out.
Hi, Miss Linda.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, this is Jessica. I am the property manager now here at Spanish Oak. Okay, so I am showing that your lease started December 7th. Okay, you took the keys and made your payment on that day, correct?
Yes, man, whatever day it was, but I didn't move into the 15th last month because of the bad.
I am asking you a question. You paid and received your keys December, correct?
And the key is not the right key that was to the apartment.
My question, Miss Linda.
Yeah, you gave me some key, but it wasn't to this apartment. It didn't even work.
Okay, so you didn't enter, you didn't come back with Valerie to say, hey, these keys aren't working?
Yes, I came back. Yes, I came back.
Correct?
Yes, I came back and gave y'all those 2 set of keys that didn't open the top lock or the bottom lock. And y'all gave my son one of y'all set of keys, and y'all have not gave me another set of keys since then. But I didn't physically move in until the 15th of last month, and I talked with the parent housing and let them aware that I talked with the manager that was there before you, because y'all switch out every time some payment come up or something go on. Y'all switch out and get confused, go by what's notated, but not going by what really happened in verbal communication due to this overflow that was in the restroom, because the shower stall was clogged up.
Are responsible for your rent January 7th. We give you at least those extra.
Ma'am, I just got paid today. They issued me out a critical payment because my disability is in review, and it just came this morning, and I'm trying to pay my rent, but I got 4 days already paid from last month, but I didn't physically move into the 15th of last month.
That you should have paid the 15th, hon, because you started your lease on the 7th.
I didn't move in until the 15th. Y'all had man, it was an overflow. Y'all didn't change out the carpet in time enough. When y'all called me, it was on the 15th. I got the keys and I moved in. And I got everything documented, everything recorded. I can call Parent Housing right now.
Go ahead and call them, and if you do not pay your portion, then you will get an eviction notice, because you don't go based on your timing. Your lease states the 7th, not the 15th when you decided to start moving in.
But ma'am, who is I speaking with? What is your name?
I'm speaking to Jessica. I am the new property manager of Spanish Oak.
Okay, so when did you take over?
Today at 9:30.
See, that's the problem. You don't have no knowledge of what happened the day before you took over. I have everything documented, everything recorded. So it's my case manager here from the City Healthcare Center and my provider here. I have backup everything. You can do what you want to do, but I know one thing. I'm calling to see what my prorated rent is.
Do whatever you want to do then, hon.
Because that's our problem now.
I'm wrong. Do what you gotta do. Call housing. Tell them to call me, and they're gonna tell you the same thing.
I sure will. I'm sure will. Not housing, fair housing. I'm going to the state of Texas. And it's goddamn fucked up ass apartment.
Remembering a legend on and off the screen, Sidney Poitier, as we mark his passing at age 94, being remembered for his roles on and off the screen, addressing racial tensions and pushing for social change. ABC's Zachary Quiche takes us back through the history he left behind.
A lot of people can claim the title of first ever, but there is only one Sidney Poitier.
Mama, that ain't no kind of job. That is nothing at all.
With an ease, a poise, Poitier navigated Hollywood and the gulf which is race in America with range, balance, a moral compass. At times, he struggled with roles that conflicted with his strong sense of self and convictions about the humanity of black people.
Come on, start swinging. Come on, you go ahead. Come on. Why you black? Go ahead and see it.
But it seemed he always found ways to elevate us, the conversation, and the capacity for white Americans to see black people as whole.
You ask me questions that fall continually within the Negro-ness of my life. I am artist, man, American, contemporary. I am an awful lot of things.
He made it look effortless. But even from the perches of Hollywood, he was always reminded of the skin he lived in. In a C-SPAN interview, he gave one of those eloquent responses.
I became interested in the civil rights struggle out of a necessity to survive.
Mr. Portier's journey was never separate from the struggle for civil rights in this country. He once said his primary intent was to portray black men of refinement, education, and accomplishment, imagery non-existent at the time. He had this incredible ability to straddle worlds. In 1963, the realities of most black Americans brought us to March on Washington. The same year, Mr. Portier won an Oscar for Lilies of the Field.
I've worked raising funds for Dr. King because I believe still very strongly in his non-violent philosophy.
In 1967, Thurgood Marshall was confirmed as the first black Supreme Court justice. Up until 67, it was illegal for interracial marriages.
1967 was the year that Guess Who's Coming to Dinner came out. So you have to think that so many choices that he made as an actor, as a director even, were all done through the lens of intentionality. I would imagine that he carried a lot on his back and that he always had this self-awareness that he was carrying an entire culture.
He was born in Miami and raised in the Bahamas, part of the racial majority. With curiosity and creativity, he transcended the space between. His legacy and impact are indelible. Zachary Keish, ABC News, New York.
Cut the shit. And I get to drive everybody.
Cut the shit like the toilet paper, huh? Like the toilet paper.
I don't like these cars. I have too much motherfucking money. I have too much motherfucking money. They call me Crystal Dollar.
You kill my camera, 7-7. Huh? What's some more?
More times in the last 6 months.
Yes, ma'am.
He's been admitted to the emergency room 3 or more times in the last 3 months.
Yes.
Has your brother have any of these follow diagnoses? Does he have Alzheimer's?
A little bit, yes, ma'am.
Does he have dementia?
No, he don't have dementia.
How about TBI Parsons?
No.
Thank you. How about glaucoma?
Yes, ma'am.
Blindness?
No.
COPD?
Yes.
Thank you. He has an extreme dental condition.
Yes.
Is he in pain?
Yes. Serious. Severe.
Thank you. Does he have any infections or abscess in his teeth?
Yes, and on his hand and leg.
Can the member eat with his teeth?
Yes.
Does he have any side effects from the dental issues?
Yes.
Does he goes to dialysis?
No.
Has he gone to a long-term nursing home?
Not yet.
Thank you. All right. So let me apply all these questions to the upgrade. Okay. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Judah with Spirit Health Plan. Want to see the email address?
So
It's
Campbell,
Wallywood80@gmail.com. Why you just couldn't give her that one?
will he be able to have an appointment with that email?
It's WALLYWOOD. The number's 80@gmail.com.
80
Wait.
at gmail.com. So
Yes,
it's
tell me
Hollywood. HOLLY.
Yes.
Wood, WOOD, number 80 at gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Thank you. I can speak to Miss Linda now.
Oh, this this is Linda.
Okay, Miss Linda. So the email, I have it, Hollywood80 at gmail.com.
Yes.
So I'm going to, they're gonna send an email to that address, with the Zoom, invitation and all the information that they need so they can see Mr. Ollis on
The Zoom.
assessment, all right?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So you do give us authorization to send a email to this email address.
Yes.
Thank you. And let me see what's next. Do you want me to add any?
Doing the right thing when it's hard. Being good to people that weren't good to you. Giving it your best when you're not seeing progress. Your time is coming. Suddenly doors are going to open. Suddenly the right people will show up. Suddenly
You can go. Okay.
Yeah, come on, swing up. Yeah, like an evil morning. I'm freaking like a warning. Watching this shaking. I can freak it like a lady. I can freak it like the DJ. You work it like a teeny. I told you you have to become DJ, DJ, boom. Damn, come in, right here. Yeah, yeah. Hey, buddy. Do it. Hey, like you put me to the wedding. And she's got to happen. Buddy, you make it seem televised, babe. Yes, fun, like in the morning. Yeah. What you gonna do, Quinn? You ready? You ready? Here you go. Ride. You ready? Yeah, wait, Quinn. Yeah, tell them everything. What's going on? Y'all ready to get quiet? Yeah.
Like that, nigga, I'm front like that, nigga, I'm coming like that.
Yeah, en la esencia. Yeah, keep popping that shit. Yeah, pop that shit. Yeah, I know what I was going to ask you a question.
I know they hating, but in power I receive. Fuck what they think of me. I gotta be my. Fuck what they think of me. Life at times will make you leave. So you can find you a strange person. It's all that I need. If I fail, I still try. I'ma do me, I don't need no dream killers trying to kill my dreams. Most of them ain't trying to get somewhere. Fuck all that. I know they hating, but in power I receive. Fuck what they think of me. I gotta be my. Fuck what they think of me. soon as I see you, I'm glad for you. I go hard, can't tell me, babe, you need to relax. Daddy chasing the bag, when I don't get to see you, it's whack. I see my eyes when I look in your eyes. I see my nose when I look at your nose. I can feel you in my soul, feel like I knew you forever. You only 2 years old. Your father love you, no matter the stories you get told. I was there the day you came out your mom's. So small, could fit your face in my palm. I used to play you was strong. You got my last name, and my earth forgot it's a queen. The same month you was born, I stopped drinking late. I see the world different. Just me and my little girl chilling. Violate, I'll make the world feel it. When Nas made that song about daughters, ain't know the lyrics. You wasn't born yet, now I'm listening, I can feel it. Word. Ain't nothing cooler than being your dad. I could be mad at the world soon as I see you, I'm glad for you. I go hard, can't tell me, babe, you need to relax. Daddy chasing the bag, when I don't get to see you, it's whack. I see my eyes when I look in your eyes. I see my nose when I look at your nose. I can feel you in my soul, feel like I knew
The muscle, Granny was the hustle. Papa Smuck gon' bust your head if you try to fuck her. My auntie knew I had that snap, niggas. Fast forward, 15, selling crack, nigga. Family full of hustlers, grew up in them traps, nigga. Grandpa was the muscle, Granny was the hustle. Papa
Hallelujah.
Living fine to a strange prison. Intuition is all that I need. If I fail, I still try to succeed. I'ma do me, don't need no dream killer, trying to kill my dreams. Most of them fake, trying to get something from me. I know they hating, but in power I receive. Fuck what they think of me, I gotta feed my seed. Fuck what you talking about, nigga. Fuck what they think of me, I gotta feed my seed.
You got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum and have faith. A pandemonium liable to walk up on the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Johnny in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark?